back to Soulful Sundays, brought to you by Soulful Nectar. I am your guide, Erin LaFleur, your partner in self-love and self-care with a little bit of sisterhood magic. And I am so grateful to have you here with me today, sis. This Soulful Sundays is our sacred space where we pause, we breathe, and we refill our own cups with love, care, and intention. And baby, if you're new here, Soulful Sundays is all about guiding you back to yourself because you, my love, deserve to be nurtured, seen, and honored. Welcome to the second episode of the Sacredness of Self-Care series for September. Are you ready for this week's episode? Baby, grab your notebooks and your pen, grab your tea, grab your coffee or your sparkling water, and let's get right into it. My bad. Give me just a moment. Let's pause. So before we get into today's conversation, let's do a quick recap of last week. Last week, we broke down what self love truly is, holding your happiness, your well being, and your needs high on the priority list. Because let's be real, you can't pour from an empty cup. There is that saying again. And I mentioned it in the beginning, I believe, episode 1. We're going to hear that a lot. You can't pour from an empty cup. So, two big takeaways that we talked about for how self care shapes your well being. Self care gives you clarity and focus. And when you take even a few minutes, just a few minutes for yourself, you start showing up less scattered, more grounded, and more you. Number 2, self-care builds resilience. It helps you bounce back when life feels heavy, whether that's school, that's work, motherhood, or just all the hats we're out here trying to wear. But it has also been noted that even small daily actions have a huge impact. Think of it like compound interest, but for your soul. Okay, so let's talk practicality because we can talk self care all day, but if it doesn't fit in your schedule, it's not going to stick. So, step 1, set a clear goal. Know exactly what you're aiming for. Don't leave room for confusion. Confusion is the killer of the best laid plans. Step number 2, start with the bare minimum. And I know we don't like the phrase, it feels like low efforts. But hear me out. When you're adding something new into your routine, baby steps get you further than cannonballing in the deep end and drowning in overwhelm. I need you to hear that. It's literally about 1% improvement daily. That's it. James Clear calls it out on Atomic Habits. And no, this is not sponsored. This is just worth the read. It's a very good read. I have the workbook as well. I can't remember who the workbook is by. Once I figure out who that workbook is by, I'm going to tag it here. But it is worth the read if you want the full breakdown. So I'm going to paint a picture for you. Let's say your goal is to add exercise as your main self-care practice. Start by finding a time that fits. This is where the struggle is, and this is where a lot of people give up when they feel like, oh, it doesn't work right here when I want it to work. But you have to have options. Just like we have options in just about everything else in life, you have to have options to ensure that you're living the best life as well. The point is, keep testing until you find your groove. So let me sum this up for you. It's basically like you're a scientist constantly testing your hypothesis to come to the conclusion that self-care can be added and effective in your life. You got that? You get that? Okay, so we're back. So let's make a plan. You start by swapping the negative habits with positive ones. You set up your space so that it invites in the habit. You have a desk in your room. That desk is only used to do your homework, or it's only used to record your podcast, or it's only used to edit your videos. Focus on consistency, not perfection. Be consistent. 1% better every day is what James Clear talks about in Atomic Habits. 1% better. And it also mentions that if you do 1% better for a full year, you'll be 37% better at the end of that year. So please please do not try to build your dream mansion of self-care on dollar store brick and mortar. Baby, start small, but build strong. And every time that you follow through and every time that you actually put an effort to move forward to that goal, you're placing a vote for your future self. And if you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just restart tomorrow with a little reflection on what you tripped up on yesterday and how you can do it differently to achieve that goal today. Well, last week's challenge was to do self care activities throughout the week. So I'm going to post a few of mine. And for this week, here are 3 self care challenges that you can try. Pick one or mix and match. The 5-minute morning reset before you touch your phone. Take 5 minutes to stress, breathe, and set an intention for your day. Number 2, gratitude in action. Write down 3 things that you are grateful for each night. Keep them in a journal or drop them on the notes app in your phone. 3, hydration upgrade. Replace one sugary drink or coffee refill with a glass of water. It's a small swap, but it makes a huge difference in your energy. Remember, it is not about being perfect, but about being consistent. Now let's get into the great lock in of 2025. So we're in Q4, and I want us to use the rest of this year as a lock in for our personal growth. So think of it like preparing the soil before a new year rolls around. Instead of waiting until the top of the year to get it right, we're starting now. So we start on level ground. If you've tripped up on your goals this year, don't stress. Don't stress. Reset, pivot, reflect only enough to learn what didn't work, and then get back on track. Sometimes it's okay to take a break to catch your breath to get back and finish that race. So here is your challenge. From now to the end of 2025, set intentions and follow through with that consistent action. Small steps. Give yourself grace, grace filled progress, and take things one day at a time. This isn't about a quick fix, it's about building the version of you that will step boldly into 2026. All right, my loves, that's all for this week's Soulful Sunday. I hope you walk away ready to honor yourself and your self care, not as an afterthought, but as the foundation for each and everything that you do. And if you loved today's episode, share it with a friend who could use a reminder to pour into themselves. And as a reminder, stay connected with us here at Soulful Nectar. Go to soulfulnectar.com and sign up for our email list so that you never miss an episode. If you are following us on any of our socials, make sure that you subscribe and hit that like so that more of our content comes to you. Until next Sunday, take care of yourself with the same energy that you give to everyone else because, baby, you deserve it. Keep blooming from within. Y'all have a great day. You're gonna have to like work with me, okay? Okay. I hope you're ready to walk away. Baby, please walk away from anything that no longer serves you. That ain't even what I put on here. But walk away from anything that no longer serves you, baby. If that man ain't doing what he need to be doing to be your man, leave that man alone. Consistently. Oh, baby, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? It can be, oh, ooh. I don't know if I like that either. This one's gonna be a decent blooper reel for real. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah.